Yeah?
So there's a reasonable spread across the school. Then the idea was that work stays very much within the context of units. It only gets aired really at the end of the year, and then it's sort of too late because you don't know what's going on. And anyway, there's too much to see. So the idea was that there's work which is worth discussing, and two students volunteered to scour the school to find some work which they find interesting.
My name is Chiara,
Yeah.
and today I'm presenting this big book. I asked a student to show me her work, and she gave me this book, so I will take this as the project. And she said she visited a place in Essex that is a bird sanctuary, where this platform has wood that is rotting away, and she found a bolt that she really liked, and she extracted it from the platform. And she thought of replicating it at 1:1 and made an exact copy that she likes to keep in a Ziploc bag. She was quite adamant that they need to be in their Ziploc bag. I asked her if the replica was to preserve the original once it rots away, but she said no, that the replica and the original have to be seen together. They cannot be separated, which I thought was quite interesting.
But what was her? Why do you think it's worth discussing? You just come along with a bolt, so you come along with some old bolts.
But I think it's worth discussing because I disagree with what you said. It's just some old bolt.
Mm-hmm.
I think the way she's treating it's her bolt now, and it's like she put a lot of care and attention towards this bolt, and I.
But what is the next question, or for you about the bolt?
I asked her what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
I don't think she knows it.
She's done it. In her mind, she's probably done it.
Yeah.
She's got the bolt. She's made a facsimile. Is it all a copy? And she's made a larger version. Do you know how she decided on the scale of the larger version? Why?
I asked her. She said because it's cool. Which sometimes I agree with this explanation. Sometimes.
In the original bolt, it doesn't connect in the center of the circle. No. Which is quite weird. I mean,
maybe time did its magic on this bolt. But maybe the imprecision, of that mass production also is something to also take into account.
Yeah, exactly.
when like scaling up, because then
exactly
maybe the Frenchness comes back into the idea that like is the bolt the shape, is the nature of the bolt dictated by its shape, or is the nature of the bolt dictated by its purpose and by the fact that it's complementary with its other elements, and also the structure that it holds together. So is this a bolt, or is this a sculpture or model of a bolt, if it's actually meant to be a standalone piece?
Mm-mm.
I think this is an interesting conversation.
Wasn't it loose?
Do you all know where Essex is?
Yes.
You know what it's famous for?
It's also in Essex, that a lot of the London trash was accumulated,
Yes.
and then they covered all of those landfills, no? And I think a lot of those bird watching sanctuaries actually are sitting on top of big pouches of trash, big archive of the city in a way.
Traditionally, the east of London is very poor, and the explanation is the westerly winds to drive all the pollution eastwards. And so the air in the east of London was never very good. It was full of diseases.
And what did Jonathan Leeds do?
I like the way it's got this special little way of displaying it. I feel like it's an exhibit at the Pitt Rivers Museum. And have you been to the Pitt Rivers Museum?
Yeah, he sounds right.
In Oxford.
But I think the fact that it has these little stands under it answers what Hugo was saying. Is it a bolt or is it a model of a bolt? And it's definitely a model of a bolt because it has a stand.
But why didn't you make little stands for the
Yeah,
bolts?
I feel like that's really the move to be done.
Or make a very big Ziploc bag.
Yeah. Because then I don't. The Ziploc bag definitely says like these are things that were found. This is like evidence of it being a thing.
Yeah, I didn't know how to do this, so I picked actually 4 different projects. So yeah, all four of these I brought. This first one is from Inter One, from actually last year. Yeah, so this project was by Ronnie. It was also just the start from term 1, but it was from last year, from Inter One, and it kind of doesn't almost fits the right ceiling height here, but it's actually built specifically for Inter One studio. So it's like a supporting column made with a tree, and it fits exactly the height of the ceiling of Inter One. And it was like the whole brief was about beginning of the brief was about modifying the studio, I believe. Then this next one is actually by Chiara, and I find it really interesting. It's a finial. I said finial and a coping in a wheelchair, because this is a functional piece from like a classical English house. So it's part of the roof, and I think she found it in the material arcade. And I find it quite interesting because how it's paired with the cart, because the finial and the coping had a very functional purpose on the roof, protected from the rain, and it kind of made it look nice, I guess. But now it's kind of the opposite. Now this cart is holding the finial, and it's like supporting it. It's serving it. So now, like, I don't know, the roles have reversed, and now you look at this very ordinary piece from every roof as kind of this something special. This next work is a facade in Wapping. It's a model of a facade in Wapping by Lucy from Inter 2. And this is the drawing of it, so you can compare how it looks. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, none of these people knew that I'm taking this here, so I went and stole all of these, promising just to myself that I'll bring it straight after. And
maybe that's what we should be talking about.
Maybe. Yeah, and so it's CNC'd, MDF that then was painted, but what I like about it is that it shows different levels of rendering, and you can see on the drawing also, but it's kind of different level bricks stuff aside. And I think it was a building that used to be connected to it before that then got demolished, but that's my assumption. I took these, I don't know. The last one is also from Inter 2. It's by Tina, and I think it's quite interesting because it's kind of like a memory of a building. It's still a facade. It's an imprint of a facade made out of toilet paper, and I'd say it kind of feels funny at first because you're like, oh, like it's a building, but it's so like light, made of toilet paper, and like it's hung up on these wires. So then you kind of realize that this is sort of how every building is made. I think they're very beautiful. My question and kind of overall kind of agenda, I guess, is that I feel like all of these, I feel like in AA we have a very clear unit aesthetic, and every unit has its own kind of visual identity by which you can kind of, like, you see a piece of work and you can narrow it down from which unit it came, like 1 or 2 units. And so I guess I'm questioning, like it's the tutors who set it, right? Or like over the years they kind of develop their aesthetic for their units. So then, and they tell students to make out certain materials, or I guess it's just like the tradition that the unit kind of provides. So then, who's actually responsible for the work if the tutors actually kind of pave your way through the project so much and kind of tell you what to do, like every tutorial? And so yeah, I guess I'm questioning who's responsible for the work, because if you fail, or like if many people from the same unit fail, it's not only the students who get kicked out of the school, it's also the tutors. So the tutors so the tutors are responsible for the students' work.
Maybe all 4 of these models could be, like, if you didn't tell us that they were from different units, I feel like you can't kind of, I guess, post-rationalize them to believe that they are all a model of, like, layers of a building, or like showing different parts of the building. I don't think a unit necessarily dictates the aesthetics of people's work. Like, obviously your projects develop with the comments from the tutors, and I guess that's what you mean about the ownership, like technical ownership of our work.
I guess responsibility, right?
But like this develops, like the projects, the models develop with the stuff that you find and what you like, I guess.
I don't think it's fair to say though that your work develops like you're doing it with the comments of your tutor, because they impact a lot more than we think.
No, they do, definitely.
Like, it's not just that your tutor gives you a comment and you decide critically whether to take the comment or not. I think there's like a framework of pressure that makes you do things in a certain way. It's not like you can do your own thing if you want to.
I think that depends.
Depends on the units, so.
And the student that you are.
Then the questions come up to, do we actually have self-agency in terms of our education? Like, why did you even choose the unit at the beginning and you stand up for it?
Standing committee present, Mr. Scott in the chair.
It's George Gilbert Scott.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Blimey. Barry.
Charles Barry.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Blimey. Who's the other one?
Christian, he was, I forget what his first name was. There's another architect, and George Clark. They're all Gothic revivalists.
Yes. William Burgess.
Yeah.
Bloody hellfire. What a school of architecture, eh?
Yeah.